What was your first period experience like?
Okay. I'm not making this up.
I don't remember how old I was.
First time I had it, I was in Mississippi on a family vacation.
I was at like a dinner party at the time.
My nana had a Christmas-themed toilet paper.
It was at like my uncle's house, and they're super like tacky, and they have like that toilet paper with like flowers on it, you know, like the print, like Christmas print.
And so the first time I had it, I didn't realize because I thought that I was just smudging the toilet paper.
I like wiped like after peeing, and like the ink spread, and I thought like, oh, this is normal, I guess. I feel like I was talking to Ashley about this the other day, and she had the exact same story.
I actually got my period pretty early. I think I was in grade 5 or 6.
So I was 11 and I was visiting family in Texas.
And it was probably one of the worst situations.
I go to the bathroom, pull down my pants, look down, and there's blood there.
I was like in Toronto with my friends and we were out shopping and I got my period in the middle of downtown Toronto.
Wheels were turning. I was like, okay, something health class, something. So I just pull up my pants and go to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, this thing happened, and she was super cool about it.
But I just remember going to my mom and saying, hey Mom, I think I got my period, and her saying, oh, congratulations, you're a woman now. And me going like, I don't know what that means, like, okay.
Is it like a consistent drip or more of an all-in-one go situation?
More the former than the latter, I guess.
From my experience, it depends.
It depends on what day of the cycle.
I guess it varies depending on what day you are in your cycle.
It's not like the floodgates open and then you're done.
It starts, it spots, and then it like,
And for the first 2-3 days, it's like there's a lot of blood, and then by the end, it's kind of like very little.
Yeah, there are better days and there are worse days, or better hours and worse hours.
Can you feel it coming? Like, can you hold it in if you wanted to?
I wish.
Oh, absolutely not. If I could hold it in, I would hold it in forever.
You can feel it coming for like the couple days leading up to it.
I think the big thing about periods is like it's different for every girl.
You get like a really bad headache.
Feeling really bloated.
Usually your face breaks out.
But sometimes I get very upset the day before.
Usually you feel like kind of nauseous, or at least I do.
You can feel it coming, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Do some feminine products really make you want to skydive and ride horseback?
Absolutely not.
No. No, I wish. I just lie on my back for 3 days and listen to Beyonce.
I want to roll myself up in a comforter like a burrito and just like pretend the world doesn't exist.
That's like the opposite of how I feel anytime I'm on my period.
Why do you think guys are so hesitant to ask about periods?
I don't know, because I think there's a lot of like weird, gross stigma around it.
I think it's just sort of ingrained into us that you don't ask, don't tell.
No, I have no idea.
If you've never experienced it, you're kind of worried to ask the wrong questions.
I feel like it's kind of just one of those off-boundary topics, I suppose.
But I do know some guys who aren't hesitant to, and that's really cool.
Why do you sometimes use a pad and other times use a tampon?
I've never used a tampon. I am terrified of sticking that up.
I guess it depends on your activity.
I've never used a tampon. It freaks me out.
So I stopped using pads and tampons this year.
Like you can go swimming and you can essentially just carry on as though you're not on your period.
Toxic shock syndrome. If you're sleeping for longer than 6 hours, you should not be wearing a tampon according to the box. So if I'm sleeping, pad. If I'm out and about, tampon.
I started using a menstrual cup. It's less expensive because you can use one, buy one for I think $30, and then it can last you allegedly like 10 years. And it's a lot more hygienic, and it's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot healthier. So I've been using that.
How is your sex drive affected on your period?
Hi, Mom.
I actually heard, somebody told me that it's good to have sex when you're on your period.
In the beginning, there are days when I don't want anyone to touch me.
I feel like it makes you more... Can I use the word horny? Am I allowed to do that?
Friends, no one. I want to curl up and watch some Netflix and not talk to anyone.
I don't know. I don't think it changes my sex drive.
Does your period ever make you feel empowered? Like, do you start bleeding and then put on Shania Twain's hit, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, or any other female proud jams?
I don't think there's ever a bad time for Man, I Feel Like a Woman, but no, not really.
More like, man, I feel like crap.
No.
Man, I'm a little bit unprepared.
There are so many things that make me feel empowered as a woman. My period is not one of them.
Man, let me wad up this toilet paper.
That is when I almost dislike my womanhood.
In a way, it can make a woman feel empowered just because we battle through. So I think of that way it can make you feel empowered. But otherwise, I think for women, it kind of just feels like a part of being a woman, so you don't even really think about, oh my god, this is so empowering. Though I wish I thought about it that way more often.
I mean, I wish that's what it was like.
If anything, the most accurate song would be Beyonce's If I Were a Boy.
So no Shania Twain for me.
Ba ba da da